Okay, good morning. We're on the record in case number D08402438C, Stroh versus Lavin. May I please have appearances beginning with Mr. Miley?
Edward Miley, 6063 on behalf of Mr. Stroh, who I do not see on video.
Was he in the room? Okay, he's up. Is he up there on the top? No, that's Damien Sheets.
I don't know. Crystal Rose Mulder.
That's someone else.
Oh, yeah, no.
That's another
No,
case.
he's not
Okay,
there.
we do not see him in the room, sir.
I don't either. My office says they've been trying to get a hold of him since 11:15. So.
Okay. All right, well, that's okay. Do you know who it is that Mr. Marks referred this case to for reunification?
I have the letter, Your Honor. I believe what he said was that he's sending it back because he can't do it, and he wants the court to find somebody. Trying to find the
Well,
letter.
I thought it said that he was referring it to somebody who he felt was good for high conflict cases. I am referring this family to a clinician who specializes in work, and I believe this would be okay. So he didn't name.
He didn't say who it was.
All right, okay,
Yeah,
he did not say who it was. All right, Ms. Backus, do you have an idea on who we can use?
Good morning, Your Honor. Shay Backus for the record. I do believe, because Thea got an email out of nowhere from Miss Wellborn, and she's already filled out the paperwork, we believe that's who it is. After the incident on May 5th, she also did contact numerous reunification therapists, and Ingrid Sanchez, who the court referred last time, did take Aetna, but we're fine. If Mr. Marks referred Miss Wellborn, that paperwork's already started, and the sooner they can get in, I think that's better for everyone,
I do
and
too.
so hopefully that can happen.
Okay, all right, then let's go ahead and stick with Miss Wilburn.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
the other issue is my client has not had an overnight with his child in over a year.
Well, you
I
know
mean-
what? Your client did something a couple of years ago that's created this situation. I'm not going to punish
Judge,
the
whether
child
that's true
because
or
your
not, there's
dad
an
acted.
order.
No.
Judge, there's an
No.
order that says we've got to comply. At this point, I was trying to stop things because he's already done a couple of orders show cause contempt. I don't want to have to do it again.
Well,
But Mom violated the last
you know what?
order by showing
Mr.
up
Miley,
participation. Yes,
I'm
Judge.
talking. Hush up.
I can't hear you.
Well, stop talking and you'd hear me. Okay, I suspended any overnights a while back unless he wanted to do it, and unless the child wanted overnights. So there is no order to show cause. But, Mom, I told you to stay away from that therapist on that last hearing. You were to drop him off and then go away. And then when the child saw you again, he panicked. So you are to stay away. You will take him, drop him off at these reunifications, and then Dad will bring him home. You are not to go back. Is that understood? Miss Backus, you're on silent.
I was just going to ask for clarification, Your Honor. So with the reunification therapy,
Correct.
we've kind of dove into the wonderful 4 pages that Ms. Wellborn provided. I anticipate the parties will all meet individually with her.
Correct.
I take it the court's fine with Mom providing transportation, and Mom's willing to do whatever the therapist recommends. And I mean, the only thing is I know for some reason Caden has issues with transportation. Mom was not right out in front. Caden was going to call her to come pick him back up. She had a feeling that happened because he left. There's only been 5 therapy appointments with Mr. Marks, and one of those Caden had left midway through, which seemed like it was okay. And so that's why Mom stayed in the vicinity in case, one, he walked out, or he needed her to come back and pick it up because she wanted to make sure this reunification therapy was happening, just to get their relationship back on track. And so with that, that's why I would ask if we could defer to if there's something we don't want it to be over transportation that he's not seeing his dad. And so with that, that's why I would just ask if we could listen to whatever Miss Wilborn, if we need if that's the issue, I'm assuming she'll get to the bottom of it, but if we could be a little flexible with that. So this is moving forward and Mom can control getting the kid to and from stuff.
And Judge, I didn't hear her client say any of that, but I will say that the letter provided by the doctor says that Mom was waiting in the parking lot for the meeting, for the appointment to be over. So there was whatever Shay just said, none of that's sworn testimony, but we do have a letter from the doctor saying Mom was waiting.
Yeah, I
So
have
Mom's
that,
gotta
and
stop
I
interfering.
distinctly remember saying drop the kid off and leave. And kind of force the issue. I'm sure Dad's not drinking if he's with the reunification therapist. No, I think I'm going. Since this is a new reunifier, I'll allow 2 visits only with mom being there to pick up. But after that, mom is not. After she drops the child off, she is not to be there after that. When the child calls, like, no, son, you have to go with your dad. He's not been drinking, because the therapist would have smelt it on you. Mom needs to start working on it. This here showed how Caden shut down when mom and dad were together because they do not get along. So, so I'm beginning to think that mom may be a little bit more of the problem, not purposefully, but her attitude shows through.
Honor, he does more than just drink. That's just one of the things that he does.
Does he have a DUI?
I wouldn't know.
Well, one of the things that I can do when we do start, and Mr. Miley, this is something you'll need to discuss with your client when the time, when the time comes. When we do start overnights and stuff like that, and we're not going to, and I'm not going to hold it off much longer, but we can do sober link. That way, when the child is with him, then he can breathe into the little breathalyzer and at set times and everything.
I don't have an objection, Your Honor.
Huh?
I'd have to talk to my client, but I'd have to talk to my client, but I don't have an objection with that.
Yeah. So, that way we're going to know if he's drinking or not. We have ways of monitoring it. And so, this is something that I want Mr. Stroh to bring up with Donna Wilburn, that he's going to be willing to do that so his son feels comfortable spending the night with him. And that way Ms. Wilburn can start talking about it. And those things are very accurate. So if he's drinking, we will know. If he's not drinking, we're going to also know. Now, Mom, are you suspecting he's doing drugs or something?
He does.
What kind of drugs?
I don't know how much. Hallucinogenic, and I know that he also marijuana.
Marijuana that's not illegal, but the order would be that he can't do it when the child is in his care. What else was he using? Because you phased out a little bit.
Hallucinogenics, and he's also taken pills before.
All right. Well, before we start this stuff, I will send him down for a drug test. Mr. Miley, you're not to tell him about that one.
Judge, how am I going to tell my client what happened at the hearing today, and he's got to do a drug test if I can't tell him he got the drug test?
No. This is before overnight start.
I'm
not going to have him do it today. Now, Mr. Stroh's joined us, so we're going to pull him in real quick. But don't say anything about that.
I can't not tell my client something.
Okay. I'll let him know the bad news. Matter of fact, we'll do it today now since he's joining us.
Maybe good news, Your Honor.
Yeah. Mr. Stroh, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, you need to sign off of one of your devices. You're on 2 of them, so it's horrible backlash. So one of them needs to be turned off. Now speak again. Nope, we can't hear you at all. So the other one's the one that needs to be turned off.
Hold on, Mike.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
All right, that's much better. Okay, we have been discussing you. We've approved Donna Wilburn for her to do this here. There has been a concern that was brought up because we do want to start working you into overnight visits after a couple of visits with Miss Wilburn. We're going to let Miss Wilburn kind of guide us on that one. But what we're going to do today is we're going to send you down for a drug test. You've got 3 hours to report down to the ATI over here by the courthouse. We're going to send your attorney a copy of the referral and then with the directions, and then he'll get that to you. We want to knock that concern out. When overnight start, we're going to want a sober link, and what that is it's a breathalyzer deal that you have that goes in. It's monitored. You're on a good schedule, and you'll only have to do it when the child is in your care. You will not have to do a breathalyzer at any other point. Okay? Because we're doing everything we can to knock out any concerns.
Mr. Miley, you there?
I'm here.
Are
Anthony, do you have an
are
issue
you
with
saying
the-
no
with the
to all
drug
of
test?
this?
I'm not understanding what we're getting at here because there's been no. She has not followed the order one time, Your Honor.
I
Judge,
realize
he's-
that.
I mean, Anthony, I mentioned it before you came on. He's frustrated because
I know he is.
He has that stuff here, and he's being stymied. So.
Yes, I know he is. I'm frustrated about it too. I am really you'd be, talk to Mr. Miley. Mr. Miley knows how I am about custody and stuff like that. Ms. Backus knows how I am about custody. But we have to make sure that your son is comfortable. Because I am not going to drive this child into suicide because if there's a reason why he doesn't want to be around you. And for some reason right now he's very anxious thinking about coming to you. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Okay? We need to find out why. We really need to find out why. So that's, Donna Wilburn is very good in high conflict cases.
Yeah, but
Anthony,
here's the thing, Your Honor.
is that who the expert recommended was Wilburn?
Yes, Donna
What's that?
Wilburn. Is Donna Wilburn the one that Mr. Marks referred you to?
Yes, he is, or she is.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Then let's come back. I want you to do the drug test. Let's come back and do we have anything in 6 weeks?
Your Honor, this has been a year and 2-3 months now that I haven't seen my son
Mr.
overnight. Period.
Mr. Stroh.
You yourself said if she's not following the order that we're going to take some things and make sure they're done. You're not living up to what you're saying. I haven't done anything. I'm being treated like a
Mr.
criminal here.
Stroh, listen, please. I'm not the
But
one
you
who did
break the law
something
all
to
day long.
yours.
It doesn't
Mr.
matter.
Stroh, hush up.
I pay taxes, Your Honor, and I'm
Silence
a citizen
him.
of the United States here. I have a right to speak my mind. And you're not following up to the law at all.
Mr. Stroh,
I muted him.
I am not going to put your son in harm's way. If this is the attitude that you're exhibiting to your son, then I can understand. Don't back talk me while I'm talking. Okay, Mr. Miley, I'm going to have Miss Backus
Yes, Your Honor.
prepare the order. We're done today. We'll come back in 6 weeks. What's the
Good for you.
date?
Good for you.
What's the date?
Good for you.
6 weeks, Judge.
You
Wait
have
a
no
second,
backbone. You don't do anything that you ever say you're going to do, Your Honor.
Silence him.
Live up to the law.
Mr. Miley, you need to speak to your client.
Yes, Your Honor.
The closest we could do is going to be on August 26th at 9.
The soonest we can come back is August 26th at 9. Do we have anything where we can put him in somewhere in 6 weeks? I mean, that's way out, even if I'm overbooking me. Because I want to monitor this a little bit more closely.
Okay. Let me see, Judge.
May I ask?
Let's.
July 20th?
That's what I was just looking at. Is July 20th.
Oh, 10 or 11, Judge.
Let's do 10.
You said July 20th at 10?
Yeah, we're going to do July 20th at 10 a.m. We can do July 21st at 9. That's at 9 a.m. before we do start the evidentiary hearing.
You have things scheduled on there, though, Judge. You don't want to be overbooked.
Okay, let's. You know what, Marge? Can you add a new deal and put us in at 9:30 on the 20th?
She said just use the 21st at 9, Judge.
I would rather give 30 minutes and set 9:30 on the 20th.
20th is July.
Yeah, we're going to do 9:30 on the 20th of July.
We'll set it, Judge.
Okay, all right. I will see y'all on the 20th of July.
All right,
Ms.
thanks, Your
Backus, will you please do the order?
I
We'll sign off.
and I assume Mr. Miley was here on a limited capacity, and I'll comply with the
We'll sign off.
Well,
We'll sign off.
I'm going to beg Mr. Miley to stay on because I really believe Mr. Stroh needs an attorney to give him guidance.
Okay.
You know, so I'm going to beg you that if Mr. Stroh's willing to pay you, that you stay on, because he really needs guidance. He needs somebody to help him understand that I can't force this child to go with him if this child's having these negative reactions.
Judge, he just wants somebody that's going to be fair and make
I
sure
know,
that he sees
and you know me.
I know.
You know
I know,
me.
Judge. I'm just telling you, he's frustrated. That's why
Yeah.
he's got an attorney now again. He's
Yeah.
frustrated.
So keep him in. Let him know. We just, you know, I'm pretty sure Ms. Wilburn will be able to do a good job on this. I really do think she'll do a great job. And or at least get to the bottom of why this child was at first doing good and then started resisting. You know, I'm concerned about why he started resisting. I don't know what's going on. So let's get to the bottom of what's happened there, and you know, we'll clear it up. We'll get it going, and we'll get this child where he feels safe. But you know, but I'm not liking him not having good visits. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.